Hi there, dear Aries, to all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Aries. Oh my gosh, I just got excited. I just got happy. I don't know. I haven't done these videos in a while, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. In this moment, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling y'all's fire energy, dear Aries, but y'all just I don't know. Clicking live just now, I don't know. It just excited me. Okay, let me get into it. So anyway, Aries, to all of my sun, moon, and rising sign Aries, this is the intuitive message for you this Gemini season. And y'all know if y'all been following me, I have not done this in a while, where I do the everybody's a sun sign, including you. And I just felt inspired to do this today. And so everybody's a Gemini, including you, dear Aries. Why? Because we are in Gemini season. And no matter what your sun sign is, we all have Gemini somewhere in our natal charts, in our birth charts. And so this is the message for all of my sun, moon, and rising signs this Aries season. I am Ankhi Shepsu Nu. If you don't know me, some of you may know me as Mama Tonya, one and the same. Here to share this message for all of my Aries during Gemini season. Now, Aries, for if you are an Aries who knows your own specific natal chart, or if I've done your chart for you, Gemini may be in a different house than what I'm about to share now, but generally speaking, for all Aries, and especially if you're a rising sign Aries, Gemini really speaks to the area called the third house in your chart. And so, dear Aries, what does that mean? What is the third house about? Like, what is this about, right? The third house is the house of communication. It is a house that Gemini loves very, very well. And since it's Gemini season, we might as well tune into the wisdom that it has. So the third house is a house of communication. It is a house of sharing information. It is also the house that kind of deals with how you relate to your siblings. It is also the house that deals with travel, but not necessarily like worldwide, everywhere travel, but mostly like short travels within your city, within your state, or kind of a local, certain mile radius, right? And so the third house, dear Aries, is really being activated this Gemini season for you, and really challenging you or asking you to look at all of those areas. If you have siblings, how are you communicating with them? What is your relationship with your sibling, right? Because there's a part of you that is in them, and there's a part of them that's in you, right? Y'all come from the same DNA. So what does that relationship look like, or what is your communication between them? And I don't know why right now, maybe because I just recently saw the movie Sinners. And so, if those of you have seen it, it's the two twins. It's the twins played by Michael B. Jordan, but the twins represent like, they really could represent, I'm not going to go into detail about the movie so much, but they really could represent the two different aspects of a person, of one person. And if you know Gemini, if you know the symbol of Gemini, it's the twins, right? It's the twins. It's like, how are you one person, but you acting like two? So dear Aries, that kind of energy is being activated for you right now in your communication. How is your communication? Are you speaking one way, but feeling another? Are you, are you expressing yourself one way, but really wishing that you could express yourself in a different way? And that's a similar message that I had for fellow fire sign Sagittarius as well. So if you know a Sag, or if you know your own chart and you got a lot of planets in the sign of Sagittarius, you might want to look at that message too. But, so dear Aries, this Gemini season, like, how are the dual aspects of yourself really showing up in your day-to-day life? And specifically, in all that third house stuff, which is communication. How are you communicating with others? How are you sharing your ideas? Gemini season might even be a season for you, dear Aries, where you're having a lot of different ideas. Like, you kind of want to do this, but you kind of also want to do that. You kind of want ice cream, but you also want a hamburger, so this could be showing up in a lot of different ways where there are other aspects of you that are yearning for expression. And I would say allow it, as long as it's safe and in integrity for you. Only you can judge that. I can't do that for you, but only you can judge that. If there's ways in which you haven't been exploring all aspects of yourself, having fun with all aspects of yourself, or dimming certain parts of your own light, then this is the time to kind of really delve more into that. And dear Aries, Gemini energy is kind of playful. So this doesn't have to be super serious or anything you like create a 10-point plan to do. But it can be just something you're having fun with. You know, if it's something that's been kind of interest of you, try it. If it's something you've been wanting to learn, go learn it, go explore it, you know, and maybe take a sibling since the third house deals with siblings. Like this could be an adventure y'all go on together, or a close friend or a friend that feels like, you know, a sibling to you, like a brother or sister to you. You know, how are y'all going on adventures together? How are y'all communicating these adventures together? And in communication, it might be important if it is something that involves travel or exploration or what have you, maybe create some general plans. Even though Gemini energy is fun and playful, it does like information, right? It does like to know, okay, if we take this trip, what hotel are we staying in? You know, who's driving, right? What have you. So put some of those details in place and then go do it. You know, go have fun with it, and explore, allow your light to shine in that way. And also, because Gemini energy likes writing and communication and all those sorts of things, I don't know why. Also for you, some of the other signs, I was like, maybe this is the time to write your book or what have you. But I feel for you, Aries, maybe because Gemini is in a place that deals with siblings or people who are close to you, this might be a good time, like go old school. I just saw like some of y'all going old school, getting like some stationery and like writing a letter to, like, if you have a sibling that lives in a different state, you know, like write a letter, you know, to a good friend. Again, someone that you're close to. It doesn't have to be a sibling or a friend, but just, you know, like write some letters, you know, if you have a pen pal or something, you know, or someone that you usually just text, like just surprise them with, writing a letter. Just now I thought about, there was like this funny thing going around. I saw it on Instagram where men were calling like their friends to tell them good night. And these were all like black men, right? So typically the brothers don't just be calling the brothers to be like, hey, I just want to say good night. Right? So they were calling their friends and playing this joke to just see how their friends would respond to them calling to say good night. And most of them got cussed out, but in a funny way, like, bro, what you doing calling me to say good night? Like, you gonna come tuck me in bed next? You know, it's like this funny thing, but to also show like, how are we showing love to one another? Like, why can't a brother just call another brother and say good night? Right? So why can't you just write a letter to your sibling? They might be like, why are you writing me a letter? You know, like, that's weird or that's different. But why not? Why not? You know, find fun ways to use your words to express yourself, and to communicate with others, dear Aries, this Gemini season. And so, Aries, I have an extended reading for you, an extended message that takes what we just talked about here and takes it even more deeply. I'll pull a tarot card to give more insight and wisdom to this. And so, dear Aries, if you want more information about how you can thrive and flourish and be your beautiful best self this Gemini season, I highly encourage that you click the link in the description below. Linktree/the Tonya Poole is the link. And go to the shop and just download your the extended message. It is very, very small love offering cost to that message. And so if there's something that you want to explore further, make sure you do that now. Also, in the description below is my link to Portals to Power. Portals to Power is my new e-course that I'm so excited about. If you can't tell, Portals to Power is for those who are ready to level up in life. Simply put, you've maybe been sitting at the crossroads of, you know, still being your old self with the old habits, with the regular friends, having the regular conversations, doing the regular things you've been doing. But there might be a part of you that's like, we got to grow and expand. Like, it's time to level up, right? And so Portals to Power is the e-course that helps you to do that. And what I did for you, dear Aries, is I made the introduction to that e-course absolutely free. So when you go to that link, there's a way to, it tells you how to listen to the course introduction absolutely free. And it's the full introduction, full 30-minute class because I wanted you to get a real feel of what I'm offering in Portals to Power first before you sign up. And then if you like it, if it feels aligned to you, then sign up for Portals to Power, because I only want the people in there who it is meant for. Right. And so listen to that introduction absolutely free. And then if you feel called to sign up, please sign up. I would love to have you in Portals to Power. And it is still at the introductory price right now until June 10th. So you want to make sure you get it while you can get it at a lesser price. Right. So definitely go to that link there and get that there. And then also, again, get the extended message for you for Gemini season at the link below. All right. Peace and love.